Whoa. Hello. Here we go.
Welcome to the P2 Power Play Podcast. I am your host, Kyle Wilson, alongside Tiago Cucci.
Vamos que vamos. I'm sorry, I was drinking here. Today, it will be a good day.
Big day.
Huh? So, Kyle,
Big.
I would like to start because I always say that in the end.
Yeah.
So, if you want to watch this in Portuguese, Spanish, you just change the setting and put the language that you want, okay? So, en español, yo no sé muy bien, pero si tú puedes cambiar en los settings y poner la auto traducción, ¿es mera? Sí, tú cambia eso para español. E se você quiser assistir em português, você troca lá nos settings para português. So, how can we introduce this guy? Kyle.
That's a great question.
Oh, my
How can we introduce maybe a cheer first?
Yeah, let's do a cheer. Yeah. First of all, we want to say thanks for Polar Beer. Okay, we have one of the king industry here of 4x4. This guy does events. He's a talent agency. There's a lot to talk about. And vamos que vamos. Welcome El Chamo 4x4.
El Chamo! Dale!
Thank you, guys. Cheers.
Hey, guys.
Thank you,
Cheers.
guys.
Thank you,
Cheers.
Polar Beer as well.
Tiago, what an honor to be back here. I know it's been a while since I've been here, but it feels so good to be back because I was here when this just first started.
Correct.
And now seeing the whole magnitude of this, and now with the podcast, thank you. This is exciting.
Thank you. And also with the Polar, I wanna highlight that because when we start was like 2 fields and not a lot of people. And this guy came and was like, Tiago, I want to help you out. And I'm like, oh, another guy that's coming
to say help.
Yeah, is going to help. Okay. So he wants a free field. No, he was like, we're going to pay the field. And I just need you to sell Polar Beer as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring my people and you're going to see it. And it was unbelievable what you did. And thank you so much for that.
Was that the same day you had the event where you had like 600
So that was
people?
a little. That was a little. We'll save that for later. But yeah. So with for me to be able to bring friends and people here, I felt like okay, you already have beer. I think that if you just make that change, Polar, we're gonna blow it up. And I don't know, Tiago, tell me how was it? It was just a blow
crazy.
up.
It was crazy. He was like, no, you gotta sell Polar Beer, and I never heard about Polar Beer. You know, like let's try. And I called the distributor. The guy was like, oh, I can deliver to you next week. On the following week, he brought like a lot of trucks. Arena in the front was packed.
For soccer, yeah.
Yeah.
We had a night. It was called 4x4 nights.
4x4
on
nights.
Thursdays.
Right.
I remember that.
Yeah.
To get it going.
You know that they still use your name to be here on
They
the
do.
Thursday?
It's so funny. You know, we're talking about what? This is about 2 years ago.
I think more.
Maybe three years ago.
Yeah, it was
no,
before
more.
pandemic.
4?
Yeah, four.
So
4
maybe
years.
4 years ago, we're talking where I started coming here, and it's so funny. Today they still text me and send me pictures. Hey, can I use a Chamo to get in for $5? Because we had a discount. If you say Chamo, you will get a discount. So we had 4x4 nights.
Yeah.
How funny! 4 years later, they still do.
Now with the inflation, it's standard.
We're gonna with the gas
It's
prices.
only going to go up.
No, we can't. So, Chamo, why you don't start like how you start? You know, like if you live in Orlando, probably you know El Chamo 4x4. If you don't know, please follow him. And why you don't start like how you do the thing? Because there's a lot of people that wants to become like a influencer, and you are one of the guys that influenced myself.
They
as
kill
well.
it.
Yeah,
They kill it. Yeah.
Well, I think that the influencer word has been misused a lot, and even though we do influence people in lives, and that is one of my goals to influence even young kids, you know, through soccer or through the Jeep life. But I like to do it more of a family thing, you know, not just like, oh, here's an influencer. No.
Yeah.
Or followers or likes. I think it's more about bringing family together and kids for them to, you know, either their life through soccer or through like the Jeep life. That's what I like to do.
This is good to highlight as well. Every single Thursday on the El Chamo night, 4x4, family environment.
Yep.
you used to do a big table. You should come back with the saga. Huh?
We should do it.
Oh,
Hey,
why not?
Right now, let's
He
punch on
became
it.
famous, making money. Now he don't want any more.
Oh, I miss this place. I
Oh,
always tell my
my-
wife I miss this place for sure. I do.
So it definitely was
Let's
a
do it
family
again,
environment.
4x4 night.
Yeah, was amazing.
The thing, Tiago, right now, I'll tell you though, if I say something on social media, it's not gonna be 5 Jeeps.
Oh my!
It's not gonna be 10 Jeeps. So we have to be careful because
Yeah, I
we
know.
know what
That's gonna
happened.
blow, yeah.
I know. We're
And then
gonna.
you got the grass area where there's all the.
No.
That was so funny. We had the grassy area where the
Yeah.
tank is. That night,
The
some of
sewer. He
the
knows about the
nights
sewer.
that we would have 4x4 nights, they would park there, and he would call me. I wasn't even coming that night or whatever. He'd call me. You got 4x4 trucks on the grass. They're gonna break. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Is this still that problem? Can you believe? I want to move this sewer.
I know.
It costs a lot of money.
I know. But
But I know I got to be prepared to receive a lot of trucks.
how is Thursday nights here? It's pretty packed still.
Now every day we are pretty much sold out.
Thank
Every single day. Like Mondays now we just start the league. We are doing really good.
Awesome.
So little by little with the family environment,
For sure.
thing and
That's
it's being
definitely the thing that kind of, I think, in my opinion, separates Arena from everything else. Is just because, like you said, it promotes the family aspect, and having Chamo here doing the same thing, it just skyrockets. So it makes
family
it,
environment.
I've been to other canchas, español canchas.
Fields, yeah.
I've been to other fields that they promote the violence. When you're playing soccer, it's all about violence. It's all about breaking your leg, and then that does not happen here. It's all about family. I really like the environment here.
Okay. So Kyle, you can start with the questions. I have a lot of questions as well.
Well, it's interesting. I had like 3 main topics I wanted to go into. And the first one, I actually want to talk about Jeeps because my dad's a big Jeep guy.
Okay.
So, how did you start the whole Jeep project? What do you guys do? How do you do it? And then can my dad join?
For sure,
Yeah.
we could get to that. of
Good
course.
question.
That's
Hey,
awesome.
free membership, please.
So, real quick, how El Chamo
Yeah.
4x4, how this started. Of course, it goes back to about 2008, 2009. I had a good friend, and he had a 95 yellow CJ.
Yeah.
And the fun part of it, we would go to Ocala off-roading.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot. And the fun part of it was to break it. If we didn't break the Jeep, we didn't do a good job. And the thing is, we would call our family, we would call our parents. We're like, hey, we can't come back, so we have to camp with the ladies.
Oh, nice.
Oh, my
Smart.
goodness.
So
Strategy.
Yeah, sorry, we're broken down in Ocala. So that's kind of how it started. Me liking the Jeep life. I'm gonna go back to Venezuela. In Venezuela, the 4x4 life, even though it's pretty big, it's bigger with Toyota. Venezolanos, they love Toyota. So even though I'm Venezuelan, I've been here 23 years.
Okay.
So
In Orlando or
In
around?
Orlando.
Okay.
22 years.
23 years in Orlando.
Oh.
So the passion for 4x4, it's in me, Venezolano. We do that a lot there. But I go Jeep towards the Jeep side because I was raised in Orlando, and then all my friends had Jeeps. Or, all my gringo friends had Jeeps. So one day, so he had the CJ, whatever. Went through school. I'm also a paramedic. If you guys didn't know that.
This is what I'm gonna ask you as well.
Yeah. So I went through school, all this, and then one day I buy my Jeep, and I'm sitting with some friends, and I'm like, I know we have to give it a name, and we just started thinking, bringing out ideas. And one of my gringo friends said, well, we always call you El Chamo. I'm like, oh, so let's do El Chamo. And then for Instagram, we put El Chamo 4x4.
What is El Chamo in? Like,
El Chamo means como el pana, or like the buddy. Like if like every time you say buddy, we say Chamo. Like I would say like, hey Chamo, give me that. El Chamo, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I mean? So I don't really know the history of where the Chamo word came from, but that's how in Venezuela we say like buddy.
Oh, okay.
Like, hey buddy, hey Chamo. Yeah. So the gringo friends that we were thinking about, I bought my first Jeep in 2013, I think, or 14.
How much was you remember?
The Jeep?
Yeah.
How much it cost?
Yeah.
Woo! At that time, that first one that I had was like 50 or like 40, like 40.
40,000.
Yeah.
So brand new.
Yeah, brand new. And
But the point is how much you put on the top of it.
Jeeps hold their value incredibly, and so when I bought it, we were just kind of brainstorming, having some beers, and then one of the gringo friends said, "Hey, we always call you Chamo," so we put that, and then we did. That's how El Chamo 4x4 was born.
Now, is Chamo, is that a word like you say to a best friend, or you can say that to anybody?
Anybody,
Okay.
anybody you think you could say buddy to.
Okay, fair
Because
enough.
you're kind of like like friends, you know.
Yeah, right.
But is the word of Venezuelan? They use El Chamo Venezuela or all
A lot sent out. But if you're someone like you're like someone respectful or you don't know that well, you wouldn't say chamo.
Yeah.
Because that's actually degrading them.
Gotcha.
Because like you wouldn't say buddy to your teacher.
Sure.
You wouldn't say buddy to an elderly person like, hey buddy, you know. For us, that's how we use chamo, to kind of like a closer friend.
Sure.
I'm gonna use
friend.
more. Hey, Chamo.
Claro, chamo. He uses. I'm sure he uses it a lot.
No, he don't use. You don't use that. That's
You don't use chamo anymore? Oh,
Meta don't use
well, you know
that.
what, Meta, you got to bring a chamo back because I know you're Venezuelan.
Bringing Chamo back.
Bring it. That's good.
As a
Bring it
challenge.
back.
So, Chamo, one of the questions that I'm gonna you just mentioned is about you being paramedic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my career. I'm a paramedic firefighter. I don't do fire anymore, but I did it for a little while, and then I'm still doing paramedic. I work for Advent Health on the ambulance.
Nobody called from Arena. You had to take the.
Actually, I heard a story. Very sad story.
Okay, so we skip that.
No, I haven't been here.
No, you haven't.
No.
So we are talking about Arena, but once again, we need to remind the people that is watching us, this is a club neutral podcast and YouTube channel.
Yep.
We are sponsored by High Soccer Arena, High Soccer Academy, and High Soccer Prospects. And please, Meta.
The Power Play podcast is sponsored by Meta Media. Boom. But I don't want to move away from the Jeep topic yet. Let's finish one and then move on. So I had two questions on top of that. You mentioned you've been to a lot of places. Where's your favorite spot to go? And
For jeeping?
Yeah.
Ocala.
Okay. Why? What's there that's so special?
It's just the scenery.
Yeah.
You feel like you can leave the city of Orlando
Okay.
and all the traffic and everything, and you just breathe cleaner air. By the way, and you can just enjoy your off-road vehicle with all kinds of either there's like little lakes, or there's dirt, and there's heavy duty off-roading.
Nice.
But you could do all that just 45 minutes from here.
Yeah. Oh, it's not that bad. Yeah.
so
I was thinking like an hour and a half, but it's that close.
No, it's about 45 minutes.
Okay, yeah, that's
and
not that
it's very you clean the air you breathe there.
Yeah.
It's different.
It's incredible.
And then how long? Like you mentioned, 3 type of courses. I guess you could go through. How long does it take you to go through all of them in one day?
Well, there's too many.
Okay.
There's too many. There's one called Threat Lightly.
Okay.
Excuse me. There's one called Threat Lightly, and that one takes about 6 hours.
Wow. From top to bottom, 6 hours.
That's
so
one
what's
trail.
on that course?
That's one trail.
Yeah.
6
And
hours.
there's about 40 trails, and one trail takes about 6 hours.
So what's on that trail? Have you?
So you go that one, Threat Lightly, and I want to also bring this in. A lot of people don't know this. Threat Lightly is a trail that's recognized by Jeep nationwide.
Wow. So it's that big.
So it's very important. Yeah.
Let's highlight that for people. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, people. So there's something called the Badge of Honor. The Jeep gives you a badge of honor if you go through their trails that are recognized by them. They've actually have gone through them. They know the either middle or extreme or easy, and they'll put that on the app. So Florida only has one, which is that one, Threat Lightly.
Wow. It's like the
it.
official one.
That's it. One.
It's like
In all of Florida.
All of Florida, we have one in Threat Lightly.
but if you look for soccer, is a big tournament. It's over there. Yeah.
No, it's not a tournament. It's like a challenge. If you go with your Jeep and there's an app and everything. Yeah. You have to once you get there with the GPS, you clock in or you log in. You start the trail. When you finish it, you have to log out, take a picture. And you send the app recognizes that you finished the trail, and then you're gonna get at home a badge of honor medal.
Nice.
With a letter signed by the owner of Jeep. Like this is very important. Yeah.
Nice. If you guys don't know that, you see
So
information.
You guys can also check that out on my channel, El Chamo 4x4 on YouTube. You can see we've done it 3 times with our team.
Nice.
We've done this badge 3 times.
Yeah.
6 hours, 3 times.
So are there like breaks and stuff along the way, or is it just you go through and that's it?
So yeah, there's breaks. Like it does take 6 hours. There's a lot of branches. Like this Threat Lightly one, it has a lot of branches near each side, so it does scratch your vehicle a lot. Oh my God! Like you get all the branches that scratch it. Yeah. But so there's some branches, type spaces. There's a little bit of water, and then there's one that has like a challenge inside of it where you have to go down deep and then come back fast.
Nice.
So it's got all these little things that you got to do to finish it.
Ever been stuck?
Okay. Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, because one time I broke the my differential and I went to off road without 4x4. I didn't have 4x4, so I got stuck. And it's funny because there's a video of it being pulled out, and the person
by the Toyota.
It was a Jeep. It was a Jeep, but the Toyota that pulled me out, the Jeep that pulled me out broke my bumper, and that's on YouTube too. It's funny. It literally ripped my bumper as he was pulling me out. But I also don't get stuck very much because I do have 40. My tires are 40s, and they go through a lot of
rough terrain.
Easy.
As Brazil and Argentina, we are rivals. So do you have, like, for example, this in a Jeep? Like, Jeep doesn't go with Toyota?
That is 100% correct.
Oh, yeah?
It does not. And there's a big rivalry that comes from Venezuela because they love Toyota so much. And they hate
Tundra?
They hate Jeeps.
What is the name of the
There's Tundra, Tacoma, 4Runner.
4Runner, yeah, I see a lot.
So that'll lead my next question then. What about the Bronco? They just added the thing that looks like a Jeep.
For them, it's a toy, bro.
It's a copy.
Yeah.
It's a cheap copy. Cheers on that.
Cheers.
It's a cheap
Hey, guys, if you like Bronco, it was not my words. But El Chamo is saying that, not me.
I can say Bronco is a cheap copy.
Because didn't they just make it? Didn't they just make it where you can take the top off and all that, right? With the Bronco?
Oh yeah, they got our manual. And
you can take it off as well.
Yeah. The new ones, the brand new ones have it where you can take it out.
The new Bronco, they made a copy of our manual. And then they put Bronco on it. It does everything. It's so
they
funny.
Copy Jeep.
Bro, it's so funny that the other day I saw a reel on Instagram of them in the back. Jeeps have a little area where you can put beer and ice or whatever drink you want, ice. And when it melts, it has a plug. And you just pull the plug and all the water goes out. It's a cooler.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
I saw Ford F-150 Lightnings doing the same thing.
They also copied us.
Oh.
Good job, Tiago.
I'm not gonna buy that one as well.
So Bronco did a reel of that, saying, "Oh, look how cool," and you have to see the comments. It's so funny. All the Jeepers are like, "We did that like 1941 when they came out." You know.
So El Chamo, one question. So in a
still a Jeep topic.
Yeah,
I got more Jeep topics.
It's a Jeep topic right here. So I'm gonna do analogy.
Yeah.
So in soccer, we get excited with the goal.
Yes.
In Jeep, how you get excited?
You get excited when you complete a challenge, or when you go through a terrain. Like we pull up. Let's say we pull up on a trail that we don't know.
Okay.
We pull up and we're like, "Whoa, that looks risky." If your vehicle goes through it and doesn't break, and you don't get stuck, you made a goal.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, I made it. I went through it. That's how.
Oh, nice. And when breaks, you also celebrate or no?
It depends how much you broke. Because if you broke too much and you're too stuck, we're just gonna pull out the beers and do a barbecue there. We're not leaving, and we're camping.
Yeah.
So, but you actually go with the intention of trying to break the vehicle, or are you just joking?
Before when I used to go out with my buddy, that's kind of it was fun to break it, so we wouldn't have to come home and stay camping. But now, knowing how expensive parts are,
because you're testing it, really, you're putting it through.
We are testing it. We're putting it through. There's two sides to the Jeep life. There's a mall rated, what they call it mall rated, which you never go off road. Mm-hmm. And there's a hardcore 4x4 off road kind of Jeeper. And then the thing is that these mall rated people say that these Jeepers, all they do is break their vehicles. But all these 4x4 Jeepers say this is what they're for. So we have to test them. You know what I mean? Put it through the test to see how much they really hold. Right. My idea, I'm in between. I have to admit, I'm in between. I'm between a mall rated and a off road hardcore.
That's probably come from experience, right?
I think
cost and all that goes.
And all the money. Don't tell my wife, but all the money that we've spent on
His
this.
wife is here.
Oh, don't tell her. Babe, the part that I just bought was not $4,000. It was $400.
Cheap.
So there's. I'll throw a quick joke out there for everyone that's watching. Jeep stores or like 4x4 stores, they have a thing that like a little sign that say, "Hey, we can give you a cheaper receipt so your wife doesn't know how much you spent on your parts."
That is funny. Yeah, this is good.
That's funny.
But I was gonna say I'm in the middle of more rated and hardcore off road because with experience, and as expensive parts are, you don't want to always break. So I'm kind of like between the soft side and then hardcore off-road. I'm in the middle.
Do you need to pay to go to those tracks or?
No, it's 100% free. It's a national park. Ocala is a national park, so you can enjoy 100% free.
It should join your club.
Orlando Jeep Team?
Yeah.
No, it will always be free.
Always free.
Yeah.
So how does somebody join?
So the way it works, we're big on Instagram.
Okay.
We're not that big on Facebook, but we're big on Instagram. And the way it works is, somebody that has a Jeep, for example, your father, he sees our stories or our Instagram and says, "Oh, I want to join this." So you send a direct message to us. I'm the one that sees that, and then I'll ask for their number and I'll do like a quick interview. I'll tell them first off, it's always free. It will always be free. One of the requirements is to buy one of our shirts so you can use it in our events.
How much is the shirt?
They run for $35.
Yeah. So the second question is, you driving Toyota or Jeep?
Today?
No, on the requirements.
Oh,
do you drive what?
Of course. I mean, if you want to, I've had some Toyota people want to join.
And you don't allow?
No. How are you going to join Orlando Jeep Team with a Toyota?
Oh my goodness!
Well, how about the copy of the Bronco? You said they took the manual, scratched it off.
Negativo.
Man, I was about to buy a Bronco, man. Oh my goodness!
Don't do it. Buy a Jeep. I told you this 4 years ago.
But Ford is calling us to do a big sponsorship on you as well. You're gonna.
Well, we could talk about that later. We could talk about the numbers.
Now, we do have a question from Meta Media that says the following: do you have any suggestions to buy a 4x4 Jeep? So which one?
For suggesting of which one, buy a Gladiator. I've always been a Wrangler kind of guy, but I bought my wife a Gladiator, and I love the fact that you have the
truck the back,
so you could I go fishing a lot as well, and we could throw all the fishing rods and coolers and everything back there, and then your Jeep doesn't get wet.
You do the mess on the back.
Throw the mess in the back. So if I could suggest, buy a Gladiator.
How much is that?
60 starting.
Oh yeah, with inflation market.
Let's get a sponsor for a Jeep.
Oh, we hope we should.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah. And then because I don't know this, but you said there's two versions: the Mars, right? Mars, and then there's the 4x4, the one that's rated, right?
Oh, you mean like mall rated?
Yeah, sorry.
Mall like the mall, like Florida Mall.
Okay, mall. Yeah.
Like you just park on a curbside at the mall. That's all you do.
When you go to a store, a Jeep store or dealership, they have both versions?
No. The mall rated is like a joke.
Okay.
For us, it's like, because you buy a Jeep, you put $20,000 on it.
On top of it.
On top of it, you put tires, rims, suspension, and then you just park it at the Florida Mall. That's what mall rated means. You don't do anything.
I was like, there's something I don't understand.
Yeah, there's not. You don't do not. That's what they call them mall rated because all they do is park on. They put one tire on the curb, and that's all they do. So the off roaders are like, you mall rated. You don't do anything, and then the mall rated are like, you break your Jeep all the time.
Oh my goodness!
So it's like a little fight there.
Now I get it because I'm sitting there going, there's something I don't understand because I didn't think you could go to a Jeep dealership and I need this.
So no. I mean, it's kind of like a joke. Like you're mall rated. Like for example, I could say my wife is mall rated. She doesn't. She has a Gladiator on 38s, beautiful rims, suspension, everything, but she doesn't want to put her beautiful $60,000 Jeep through that.
It's not even dirty, huh? Never.
It was dirty once, and it was the time she wanted to do the threat lightly to get her badge. Right. So we went to Ocala. And we did the whole trail, and at the end there's a speed challenge. You have to go really fast. It's a long road. You just go really fast. It's kind of to enjoy the speed of the Jeep. Well, it had rained 3 days ago, and there was a big hole.
Oh.
We were the first ones. And I'm like, go, 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 go. She's like 67, and she's like, ah! She's screaming. And I'm like, go, 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 go. And we dropped on the hole.
Oh, shit.
On the hole, and all the fenders flew out.
Oh, wow.
Her brand new Jeep. She had like 3 days with it. So then she got out. She started crying. No, she didn't enjoy it. She was crying. And she was like, my brand new Jeep. That's why I don't want to do this. I just want to have my Jeep to be mall rated.
Mall rated. It's a good term.
And then my last question with this is how much do you need to put into it to make it trail rated to actually be able to take it successfully?
To be in your group.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, if Jeep is watching, I have to say that when you buy a stock Jeep, it comes with a trail rated badge, which means stock you should be able to go through all terrain. And this is really true. I mean, since 1941 when Jeeps were built or created, they made them for war. And they put a test on all of them. So I would say that if you buy a Jeep stock, you should be able to go through water, rocks, mud, and everything. But to make that a little more extreme, like mid-level or higher level, you would have to put like about $15,000 to make it worth these extreme terrains. Like you need suspension because you need clearance from the tire to the fender. Yeah, you need big tires so you can go through deeper holes. You need, for example, your differentials and the front differentials for a stock Jeep is Dana 30, which is the size. And we have a joke in the Jeep life that all the Dana 30s break. So you normally always have to go to a Dana 44. Now Rubicon, which is the top line of a Jeep, comes with a Dana 44 already, so you don't have to buy it. For me, I broke my 30. I was in Miami, got stuck, broke my Dana 30, and $5,000 later, I bought a Dana 44 for my Jeep.
What is the difference on price on the Rubicon?
It's a lot. It's a big difference. Like when you buy a Sport or a Sahara that have a Dana 30 in the front, they go about $40,000. Right?
What is Dana 30?
So Dana is the name of the differential, the front differential. The size of the apple that moves your tires, the gears, that is a size 30.
Yeah, okay.
Rubicon comes with a size 44. So it's a bigger gear that can move more force.
Oh, okay.
And so all Sports S and Saharas, they all come with Dana 30s. Yeah. The Rubicons are so famous because they come with Dana 44. Yeah. Because you could do more extreme with it. Now you have these people that buy a Rubicon and they're just mall rated. They don't go out,
In terms of water, for example, I know you don't like Defender as well. I'm going to talk about Land Rover. But water, what is the maximum level that the Jeep can...
So Jeep didn't really think about that as like an FJ, a Toyota FJ, and a Defender. They thought about putting all their electrics and everything higher so you can have a better clearance in water. Jeep didn't think about that. And it's still a normal vehicle, like a normal
Not
vehicle.
in the door, less than the door.
Correct, less than the door. Yeah. That's why we get bigger tires, so you can have more clearance.
So can you allow Defenders to join your club since they have...
Depending on how much we're talking.
And then for somebody that wants to get into it, like that hasn't done, like let's say I don't have a Jeep, but I wanted to buy a Jeep, I wanted to go on trails or whatever. Any local ones around here that are easy that I could jump into to gain experience?
Yeah. There's a place we called Halapaw. It's by St. Cloud. Okay. And you do have to have a key, like an owner key, to get in. But a lot of people have keys, and in our team we have like 10 keys. And it's local, and you can go and start learning. One of the biggest thing of Orlando Jeep team is that we welcome you for any level. If you're mall rated, we accept you. If you want to do a little bit of off-road, we accept you and we teach you. If you want to go extreme and break your Jeep every weekend, we support you too. Yeah. So because we're 155.
Oh my God.
In our team. And we're a big family, and one of the rules once like what we're talking about getting accepted into the team. Yeah. In that little interview, I send you like 20 rules, and you have to agree to all of them. And one of the rules is supporting every member in any level that they're in. If it's beginner, if it's mall rated, we don't bully you. So, like, for example, my wife, she's mall rated, but they love her. We all love each other because we're a family. Yeah. We're not going to be like, and that's something that happened. This is why I created Orlando Jeep Team, because that's something that happens in every team. Oh, yeah. They fight, they bully each other. There's like 30 teams in Florida, and of this kind of, like off-road teams. There's 4x4, all included, all brands. There's just Toyota, there's just Jeeps. But in every club, and I've been invited to them just to be there to see. Yeah. They all bully each other. They all bully. You're mall rated, or you break your vehicle. I don't like you. That's something that
it's not fully equipped.
We don't do that in Orlando Jeep Team, and that's why we're different.
Yeah. And have you turned a lot of people away that have applied, or like, what? Give us an example of somebody.
I'll give you a percentage.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
I've turned away about 20%.
Okay.
Out of the 100% that have applied, I'll turn away 20, and it's because they either don't agree with the rules. I feel like when they answer, they don't. I could tell that they're not going to be a good. And I've turned people away that have applied like 4 or 5 times again. It's like, hey, why you don't want to accept me?
It's like a visa, man. It's hard to be accepted.
No, American Express. That was hard.
American Express. The
But
no limit.
any like crazy. I want to hear this. Do you have any like crazy stories of off-roading or something that happened during one of your trips?
In what way? There's been a lot of
craziest.
Just some crazy thing that happened.
Censor it.
Yeah.
The one that you can't talk alive.
well, I feel like one of the funny ones is that one that I got stuck and okay, I'll explain. I'm sponsored by VPR. It's a Venezuelan bumper industry. Like they make bumpers, so I was sponsored by them, and I have VPR on my door so everyone can see them. Right. So here comes El Chamo. I get stuck. Everybody was excited that I got stuck.
Oh God!
Of course.
It's like if they're gonna give you fame, if it's either good or bad, it's still fame.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone was excited when I got stuck.
No such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah, exactly. So I feel like, and my wife feels the same way. Like when we got stuck, she looked at me. She's like, "You're gonna be murdered with this." We have about 100 people in a circle watching. Yeah. I went through and I got stuck with 40s.
Yeah, the wheels.
My big wheels.
Oh my!
You know what is it? The driver? What happened? They all want to know what the hell happened.
Experienced one.
You know, and it's funny because when it happened, she was looking out we had the windows up and we're stuck, and she's looking and she's like, "You're gonna be murdered on social media." And she's looking around, and she's like, and everyone's like, yes, El Chamo's stuck. So I'm like, okay. So my buddy at the time, okay, go ahead and. With a Jeep, go ahead and pull me out.
Yeah.
Everyone's recording. You have 100 cell phones recording this for social media.
Yeah.
The moment that I get pulled out, my bumper flies. And this video went viral around the world, laughing about VPR.
Ooh,
my sponsor.
Bad publicity.
But there's nothing like bad publicity. Guess what? Yeah. Their sales went up.
Oh my goodness!
When this happened, and he called me like 5 minutes, like what happened? I'm like, well, your bumper flew out in the air. I don't know. He goes, well, you're not supposed to be pulled on a bumper. You're supposed to be pulled on the chassis.
Oh, yeah.
You're supposed to be pulled out of a hole from the chassis because your chassis is not going to break in half. Yeah. But they pulled me from the bumper, and then that was the error. But it was like he goes, it's so funny, man. They're calling here. They want to buy bumpers. I'm like,
that's funny.
And then he actually. Took me to his factory in Ocala, actually, and he got me a brand new one. He goes, here's your brand new bumper. We love the bad publicity that happened, but that was funny.
Bad publicity is also good. Huh?
That's right.
Yes, no such
bad publicity, yeah.
So, El Chamito, let's do the fire question right now.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I have the questions right here. So how this work is, how many seconds?
30 seconds.
30 seconds to answer. There's no right and wrong, but in this case, yes. Okay? So... Kayo's going to put the time there. It's going to be easy, man. After
I'm
all
scared.
answers, it's going to be easy.
I'm a perfectionist. I want A.
Vamos.
I want 100%.
Start.
So, Ren or Titan? Titan.
The hell did you just say? I didn't understand.
Ram.
Dodge
Ram.
Oh, Rams or Titans? Rams.
Rams or Gladiator?
Gladiator.
Gladiator or Sierra? GMC.
Gladiator.
Gladiator or Tundra?
Gladiator.
Gladiator or Silverado?
Gladiator.
Jeep or Gladiator?
Jeep Gladiator.
That was easy. That was
fun.
easy.
That was fun.
Because I knew it already. Jeep.
Of course.
I'm going to buy a Jeep.
The first question messed me up. I'm like, what is he asking? Football? American football?
I literally did not
understand. My accent is breach. So
I think it's the new glasses.
But after the first question, I got that it was about Jeep.
Yeah. It's your glasses. So thank you. Kayo is sponsoring me right here.
That's it.
So what?
I love the glasses.
What about What about I did the reservation for the new Tesla. What is the name? I forgot the name of the Tesla.
Why? Tesla Y?
The truck. Jeep, the truck, Cybertruck.
Oh, the Cybertruck.
Can you accept me?
If you put Jeep on it, we can act like we don't really.
Can I put just the name on the back? Jeep.
Yeah, and
because
we'll just act like you're not different.
I think it's more powerful than Jeep now.
We can't talk about that. We can't talk about power. But if you put Jeep on it, we'll act like we don't.
What is this? It's a modified brand, unbranded car.
It's an unbreakable car.
I'm excited to see what it is all about.
I mean, I did the reservation because I'm gonna sell. Definitely this is gonna take probably 2 years.
Do you like the design?
No.
It's horrible.
Yeah, but all the new things when arrives, people think that it's terrible, but it starts selling. Like Tesla is, in my opinion, is bringing the new. Like I think they're gonna change the way the cars is.
Well, the whole gas thing is pulling us there.
Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. It's everywhere. I was looking at Instagram yesterday, and a Tesla commercial came on, and I'm like, see, they just want us to go to electric. Yeah, that's all it is.
The Model 3 was 37,000. Now it's 47,000.
Yeah,
like it's $10,000 more. So we have another question for Meta Media.
Oh boy.
How is the gasoline right now for
What a question. What a question.
Oh my They are God. Not driving anymore. They are at shopping mall.
I like that one. So it's a big deal, guys. Even though it's funny, it's a big deal because we spend more. We have big tires. We have all this, and we do spend more than your. So, for example, for me and my family, we both have Jeeps, but we have a third vehicle that's our daily, and that's where we go around in, all day. And it's funny. Sometimes people see me get out on the road, and they're like, "Hey, Chamo, what are you doing in a Murano?" I'm just, don't tell anybody.
What are you doing in a Tesla? I saw your Tesla yesterday, a red one.
Yeah. So I was test driving, and I'm actually getting one.
Yeah,
I was test driving it, but yeah. So we to answer the question, we do spend more as Jeeps, and it's gonna affect for sure our events. So we have one event a month. Sometimes it's off-roading, sometimes it's a beach, sometimes it's different things for different kind of groups. But it's gonna affect. For example, going to Ocala, we're talking 45 minutes to get there. Okay, on your Jeep, and then you're gonna our first meet place before we go off-roading inside of the trail is a gas station, and we all fuel up. So think about it: you fuel up before you leave. When you get to Ocala, you got to fuel up again because you don't want to stay without gas inside the trail.
Efficiency on that, because my car does 24 per gallon. What about yours on the trail?
Oh no, you're talking 9.
Oh shit.
9 miles per gallon.
You complain about 35 that your car does.
Jesus.
In the trail is about 9 miles per gallon. On the highway, we're talking 12 probably.
12.
Yeah. And her Gladiator is a 21 Gladiator, and she does about 15. And she should be doing about 26. And she does 15 because she has size 38s.
If Jeep released like a electric one?
They did already.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. It's called the Jeep 4XE. It's hybrid. I was actually there.
Hybrid.
I was looking at them yesterday. It's pretty cool because you can go, electric, or if you realize your battery's low, you can jump onto gas. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. But right now, it only gives you 21 miles on that battery. It's a small.
That's it?
It's a small battery.
21 miles.
That's it.
Yeah, it's not good.
Oh no.
Goodness.
Because one of the cars I want to get is a Ford Maverick. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I mean, that thing gets like 42 or something. I'm like, that's worth it.
Yeah.
But not 21.
It's the cheapest truck. It's 19,000. But I think they raised the price,
They did,
right?
yeah, they did, yeah.
I saw yesterday also a Nissan Leaf.
Mm-hmm.
That one gives you like 200 and some miles on a battery.
Yeah.
But they're starting to look at it. They're starting to move that way. You can't go 100. You can't go 100% electric on a Jeep because you need other stuff too.
Backup.
Yeah.
Because I heard about Elon Musk doing a battery like a juice battery for phone that they're gonna do for a car. So you can be in your car like charging. So that way you don't need to stop. Because my concern with the electric car is that I'm gonna be driving and I need to calculate where should I stop in 40 minutes watching Netflix there.
Yeah. So for example, Tesla, it gives you close to 300 miles.
Yeah.
So if you're in the city, you're fine. You're not gonna do 300 miles locally. If you go on long travels, that's what it gets a headache. Because let's say if you go from here to North Carolina, you have to stop 5 times.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Yeah. So it's kind of annoying at that aspect.
It's hard.
But if you're locally, then you can use it.
El Chamo, I know you're the guy that doesn't need that money, but we have a money to offer you today in another challenge. Okay, nobody did yet, so he can probably be the one doing that.
Winner, chicken dinner.
It's a challenge time, Ciosito.
All right.
Okay, so you
challenge time. Make it rain.
If Caio can explain to you.
I mean, you know Rubik's Cube, pretty simple. There's two ways you can earn money. One is you get a side, so you get a color. So, for example, Cyril's going to give a color, whatever color he picks. And then if you can knock that side out, you get $10. If you can do the whole thing, you get 100. Pretty simple. So it's 30 seconds.
Not all.
Yeah. So you get 30 seconds. Cyril, what side does he get? White.
The way that he holds the thing, he's the guy that knows.
Oh, I know. I hate these. I promise you, I hate these.
We're gonna spend $100 today.
Ready, set, go. 30 seconds.
What color?
White, he said.
Okay.
Quick, we got to put the money away. Quick. Put it away, quick.
Get all the money.
Quick.
Vamos que vamos, Chamo. People are watching. You gotta do it. $100.
How do I activate the 4x4 on this?
That's the cheat code.
10 seconds. Ay. We're gonna
almost
save
there.
100. We're gonna save 100. And almost there.
How does
No.
that look? I made one side.
Mike Cohn did the same.
Can I at least get a beer? Is this enough? Hey, is this enough for a beer?
Yeah, you can get your second beer. That's
Almost.
It's not easy.
No,
That
I
one
hate
is
that.
hard.
I hate Rubik's Cubes.
But try.
Thank you so much. That was fun.
And El Chamo, we would like to, now that we finished the questions about the Jeep, we want to talk about the new talents.
Yeah.
You know, we have
before we jump to talents, I wanted to mention our shirts.
Oh, yeah.
So for Orlando Jeep Team, we are we've been established for 3 years. Like I said, we're about 155 members. And the situation with the shirts, as you can see here, every year we have a new shirt, like a soccer club would do.
Okay.
So you can, buy your shirt, use it throughout the year, and then the next year it changes the model. This is as you can see, this is a 2022 model.
Yes.
And this was the 21. And the cool thing about that is if you did not buy the shirt that year, you can no longer ever buy it.
So you take it out.
Take it out.
Nice.
So you have in Spanish we say reliquia.
It's like a collection.
Collectible. It's like a collectible. And for me, one of my dreams is when 40 years down the road, you can, my members can say, "Wow, I was
a part of this.
I have this shirt from 2021 that nobody else can get." Right. So that's kind of cool. And I have a surprise for you, Tiago.
Opa!
You're gonna get the 2022 one.
Opa!
Nice.
Thank you. You got the large one.
We'll get you.
I used to
extra
be
small
small.
crop top.
I
Extra
used to be
small.
We'll get you a crop top. So we brought
Thank
we brought you a present. You're gonna get the 2022, and in 40 years, you're gonna say, "Wow!"
Thank you so
Now,
much.
do you have to be a member to buy one, or anybody can buy it?
Anyone can buy it. We do. There's sales on like we do get a lot of sales on Instagram of people that are in Sweden, Spain, Japan, and they just.
So you don't have to be a member. You can.
You don't.
Yeah.
You can buy your shirt and just to be a fan because you got the team and then you got the fan club, and on Instagram we have about 6,000 followers and a lot of these followers are not members but they just like what we do and they buy the shirts and
To support as well.
support. Yeah. But the team member gets their name on it and everything, so it's pretty cool.
How you did the background? Because I mentioned that because I don't know if you can see there. You guys probably will not see that in YouTube. But my shirt, one of my first soccer shirt there.
Yeah.
I put the same thing.
Oh yeah.
Like it's a net
Like a net. Yeah.
to simulate a soccer goal. What was the idea on them?
So the idea on it was for like we did this one last year. It was This was in reference to the beach.
Oh, nice.
Every year there's a very important event that goes on. It's called Jeep Beach in Daytona, and we were part of their thing. So we did like a blue for you can see on here. It has like a Jeep on the beach. But the net, my designer liked it. My designer.
It's about soccer.
Yeah, it's about soccer. That's it. It's a net. Ding 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 ding.
Vamos que vamos! And now let's talk about the talent.
Okay.
I have here in the studio two great talent.
Tiago's
guys.
one of them.
So how you discover those guys? Like, what do you look?
Well, first, let's ask, how did you get into it?
Right. So after doing the whole Jeep thing, we could say a little famous in Orlando. People are starting to recognize me. I was invited to many nightclubs. Many nightclubs would invite me. Hey, can you put your Jeep outside?
Yeah.
We wanna showcase your Jeep and stuff like that. And one night I went to Mojitos. I showcased my Jeep there, and the owner said, "Hey, you want to do a night with us?" And I'm like, I look at my wife, and I'm like, this could be a new area where I can start, So I said, I started helping, and then became one of the official promoters of Mala Mia Sunday, where we were partying a lot, and that started as a promoter kind of thing. I never went to school for this. I didn't know anything about it, but it was fun. Me and my wife enjoyed it, and my Jeep was always outside, and through my Instagram, calling people to come there, Yeah. So I started experiencing a different area. Yes, I do my Jeep stuff. Yes, I enjoy that, but I was starting to look into this area of nightclubs and music. Through the Mala Mia Sunday at Mojitos pushed me to be with all these celebrities. I was next to big celebrities from Venezuela, big influencers, big musicians and artists, and
cheers.
Let's
Sure.
My one is over as well. Yours as well.
Yeah.
There's another one there. Let's cheer.
No, it's Tiago's challenge time. He's got to chug the whole thing in 45 seconds. Dale! Cheers.
Vamos.
So the whole thing with nightclubs and stuff pushed me to get all these. I was from night and day. I was involved with all these artists and famous people, and then I started telling my wife, "Oh, I really enjoy this. It's fun."
Yeah.
So that moved me on to I want to do my own because we talk about that in a minute, but we did an event here for Jeeps.
Crazy.
But also took from doing the nightclub stuff took me into. I was like, I want to do my own event, my own concerts and stuff, and I started digging into that because of course at that point you have all these connections, all these managers, all these managers of big artists telling me, hey,
let's do it,
and started learning from them, started traveling, Vegas, Miami, learning from these managers. And I did my own concerts last year. Last year we did 3 big concerts that we're very proud of. One of them was Willie Gonzalez salsa, sold out at Mojitos. And
Venezuelan?
No, he's Puerto Rican.
Oh,
and but he's a huge famous artist. And
you like salsa, huh, Meta? You know this guy.
Willie Gonzalez.
You like salsa, huh?
So we did like a bunch of little ones, little concerts, but this was the biggest one, and we were like, wow, we're stepping into some big production manager shoes, and we did it, and it was successful, and we loved it. And then we said, okay, let's keep doing it. And then from being a production on the events, also that pushed me into the world of managing. A lot of small artists were like, hey, I heard you're a producer. I heard you're a promoter. Yeah. I heard you brought this artist. You have connections. I have connections with Jerry Rivera, big names, Willie Gonzalez, all these connections. So then the small guys that were starting up were like, hey, can you be my manager? And for example, one of them is Gian Music.
Yeah.
He plays in sometimes at Mares on Thursdays. And he's starting up. And I told him, I said, yeah, let's do this. So that's how I started up the talent agency. We're working on all our legal permits to be the actual agency. But I want that. I want to bring little guys and little girls or whatever and get, to see if we can, out of 50, maybe 2 will make it or 3 will make it. But that's kind of like we're going into that area now.
And so what is the goal with it? So like obviously you represent them.
Yeah.
Right. But like, are you trying to find events for them to do, and how does that actually work?
So the reason they look for me is because since I'm involved in so many events throughout the year, that's why they look for me to put them
the connection
to put them in those stages, and I have those connections to put them in small stages or big stages, and that's when we realized, me and my wife realized, okay, so if you have the connection to bring people to those stages, you might as well be a manager, and it has to be it's a legal situation because if one of those guys does blow up, there has to be legal stuff. Written down. So we're working with a lawyer right now to get all those paperwork and everything legal. So if one of these guys do blow up, we're good. It's for the regalias. Yeah. How you call that? Las regalías.
Regalías, Caio, en español. ¿Qué es regalías?
Regalías?
Bonus.
La regalías is like if the money you're gonna make, for example, on YouTube for the rest of your life,
Like
through
an
that
extra,
video.
an extra.
Yeah. So that's why there has to be a lot of legal paperwork, because if they do blow up, there has to be a percentage set. You know.
Yeah, and definitely El Chamo move a lot of people, and I want El Chamo to talk about the history. Like one day, El Chamo, after doing the Thursdays night, he was like, Thiago, I want to do an event. And I have, at this point, I have never done any event at the arena at this time. And I was like, okay, let's do it. Yeah, it's a new thing, like you just mentioned. So yeah, Thiago, it's going to be a lot of trucks. And I'm like, I don't think it's going to be a lot of trucks. And I'm like, okay, you can do it. You can do whatever you want.
Surprise.
Yeah, one day before, he was like, it's a lot of trucks confirmed. I was like, that's fine, El Chamo, you can do it.
Space.
Plenty of space.
I think it was probably 1 or 2 staff here. And that day was crazy.
It blew up.
Crazy.
We stopped the main road.
It was crazy.
Taft. You stopped the main road.
We shut Taft down.
Thanks God that I believe was Saturday or Sunday. Yeah. Otherwise, the police is gonna.
So we had, I think we had close to about 50 units. It wasn't just Jeeps.
I mean, that was 50 cars.
Well, 4x4 vehicles.
Okay.
Yeah. That one we called it the all 4x4 show. So I wanted to involve all the 4x4 community, you know. And then, so that was about 50 unit of 4x4 vehicles in the lot.
Yeah.
And then you had like 50 non-4x4 spectators parked in the front. Yeah. And then you got people crossing the road. We shut down the road. It was crazy.
They park on a neighbor. They park on the road. It was crazy. It was over 600 people. It was crazy. Our toilet was...
Was this when you had 2 fields or 4 fields?
No fields at all, yeah? You didn't use any.
No.
Did you have 2 fields or you had 4 fields?
Four, yeah. But the thing is, the whole thing with the sewage, the bathroom blew up. It was just nuts. We sold a lot of Polar.
Yeah, we sold a lot of.
Thank you again, Polar.
Again. At this event, I learned with this situation, I learned how to do an event. So now when people call me to do an event, they say, no, I'm going to bring a lot of people. I say, okay, now you bring a restroom, like a portable
parties.
One. Yeah.
I learned that
portable
too.
outside. Yeah. We need to have
I learned that too with, after doing that event here and then excursioning to other areas. I was like, I always have my porta parties as well.
No, it's normal. But thank you so much, because that day was incredible. We sold a lot. There was a lot of people. It was the first event that I see. You know, I could see a lot of people in my facility, and it was amazing.
You guys can also find that on my YouTube channel. That the first video is that day. Yeah. So
what the fuck?
The first video on my channel is that day that we had the event here. It was fun. It was fun.
How long have you been doing YouTube?
About 4 years.
4 years.
And I need to get back on it. I've been slacking a little bit because I have so many events, and I think I'm at a point that I can't. I used to record. Yeah. I used to be the one recording. Mm-hmm. I'm the one editing. Oh yeah. And I'm the one doing the event.
Yeah. That's way too much time.
I do everything. So now I'm at a point when I'm doing bigger events. I need somebody to record it.
Meta Media.
Yeah, Meta.
Ding, 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 ding.
We have a contract already.
We got a contract.
Done.
For sure.
You see, what a nice conversation today, huh?
I need recording and editing, so there it is.
Done. Siosito, Meta, all good.
I'm ready.
So, El Chamito, we have a part also. This guy here is learning Spanish.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Portuguese is hard. I know it's hard for Kyle, but Spanish he's doing really good.
That's the one.
Oh, here it is.
See, that is right there. Look at that.
I remember this.
You were here?
Yeah, I was here. I remember
that was nuts.
I forgot. It was completely crazy.
Oh my God.
My car's right there. There it is. Oh,
you had a Jeep there?
No, I wasn't a Jeep, but it was my little Kia Soul.
What was your Kia Soul doing there? How did you not get kicked out? Oh my God. I paid security. I paid security. How'd they let him in?
Hey, go back. You can see it.
Oh no.
Goodness. You alone, Kia.
I'm in the very back. I'm in the right. Keep going. Right there. There it is.
kick him out. Oh my God! I pay security.
I snuck in. I don't even remember how I got
awesome.
it.
Again, if you have a Kia, so
shit.
he needs you a
4x4. I
was
pumped up the tires, got a better suspension. Oh shit,
That's awesome. But you see that was a crazy day, man.
It was
crazy.
completely.
No, at this time it was amazing.
It was fun. We had a lot of fun.
Like really good.
And all these people are on your team.
Some Jeeps, remember Orlando Jeep team. This event was an all 4x4, so we invited all the different brands. But some of them are not. Like there's some that just don't do clubs. There's some that So we have a couple on there. But like right now, next week we have what's called La Feria de Salsa.
Yeah.
In Festival Park, and I have a car show there, and we're gonna probably have a bunch of Jeeps there too.
Yeah, so if you guys cannot see, of course, in a podcast, you can't see the video. YouTube, you probably can't see the video. So follow El Chamo.
Follow my channel.
4x4.
And we're gonna have Meta recording us. So
Opa.
that should be fun.
Do the contract right now.
Dale.
When you start.
Firma. ¿Dónde firmo?
No, you don't need to firma because you're talking with us here. We have the video already. Man already had the video. It's all good. So El Chamito. The questions in Spanish, okay? Yeah. So Caio knows Spanish. He's really good in Spanish. There's 2 questions. And you need to answer in Spanish, and he translate for us.
I don't know if this is good Spanish, but we'll find out. Let's see if Thiago did a good job.
Mera, mira, no me.
¿Qué es lo que más te gusta de una 4x4? O 4x4.
Lo que más me gusta de un 4x4 es ponerlo en 4x4.
Okay, otra vez.
You understand? No.
Say that again.
The best, ¿en español o en inglés?
Español.
Lo que más me gusta de un 4x4 es activarle el 4x4.
Oh, he likes, the best part is driving it.
Oh, yes, in 4x4.
Caio, you see?
Dale.
And the second question.
¿Cuándo será tu próximo evento?
Opa. Muy importante. Nuestro próximo evento tenemos 2 para marzo. Tenemos el 20 de marzo la Feria de Salsa, salsa y Car Show. Y el 25 y 26 tenemos un off-road evento se llama Turagua.
Nice. 2 events.
That was easy.
March.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what they were. One's a car show and one's a trail road.
That's right.
Boom! Dale!
Oh, good job.
Dale! I got it.
Yeah.
First time. Portuguese killed me, but Spanish I can kind of figure it out.
Está bueno.
El Chamo, how you identify like a talent? Again, I have 2
I
here.
feel like the easiest way to identify talent is me liking it.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a good ear for music, and that's also something I discovered. I didn't know that I like music that much, and I feel like if I enjoy it, it's good. It's good. If I don't like it, the world's not gonna like it. If I like it, I feel like the people that I'm gonna put it in front of is gonna like it. Yeah. That's how I identify. I have to like it.
So you like it and then you vouch for it.
Yeah.
So if I sing a little, can you?
Hey, dale.
Go ahead.
45 seconds.
Despacito, quiero mergulhar en el despacito.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Please clip that.
Meta,
clip that.
por favor, corta.
Ciosito, you know how to sing better than me, huh?
Shit.
Oh,
that was
terrible.
good. Impressive. You're hired.
I don't know.
You just got signed.
No, this is good. But like, we have, I forgot the name of the ladies, Meta, that is a singer. You know who it is. We're not going to talk right now, but I can talk later. But how can a guy that thinks that sings good, not like me, but a guy that thinks that is a good artist can contact you?
Yep, definitely. El Chamo 4x4. Shoot me a DM, and then I'll send you an email where you can shoot your all your material. We'll give it a look. My wife is also really good with music, so we'll give it a look, see where we can put you. We have, like, for example, we just got contacted for a soul music, like New Orleans style soul, and I have to find a place I like it, so I have to find a place a stage where we can put him. And then we also have, like, I also told you, Jan, so Jan, he works at a shipping place, and he's like, hey, I know you're Chamo, I like to sing. I was like, well, shoot me your material. He sent it over, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, I was impressed. And actually, Meta, can you put a little of Jan on here? I'm gonna take a moment to show you guys my talent right now, my current talent. But yeah, he works at a shipping place, and he's just a young guy. He's like, hey, I like to sing. I was like, shoot over the material. I was so impressed. Me and my wife were so impressed. I said, you're signed.
Oh, nice.
I have to get you with a lawyer, but you are signed on the spot. I loved it.
You're working with him right now.
So I'm working with him, and I actually got him his first contract on Mares.
Oh,
now he
nice.
sings there Thursdays. He sings on Thursdays on Mares, and I got him some bigger stages that are coming up. He's going to also open for Willie Gonzalez. We're talking over 600 people in that concert.
my goodness.
And he's going to open for him. So this is kind of what we do, promote them. And I got to get him. I'm getting him on a lawyer because he is... Wow. So the song that I want you to play, if you can, Meta, is that last one that he has on there is actually coming out on all the radio stations. Nice. He's blowing up.
Wow, that's big. And then what when you say send me your clips, like, do you look for like a highlight of the song, or how does that actually work?
So like if they have, like, I'm looking for their social media, I'm looking for if they already have YouTube videos, and I'm looking for whatever they got so I can, check it out. And if they need support from bigger production material, mics or anything, we got that too.
Okay. So you have the connection or you have the material?
Both.
Okay.
We have the materials, like good mics and stuff like that. And we also have connections of studios that can help them out. But when they shoot it over, it's just like, let's see what you got. Some people, like, I've gotten really bad ones too. Let's be honest. I've gotten like, here's my material, and it's like Thiago singing. So.
Oh my goodness! I
thought it was good. So at least you got my seal.
Despacito.
Not approved.
No.
What do you think, babe? Not approved.
Yeah. Can I be approved? Quiero mergulhar sobre the bestacito. I don't know you know how to sing good or no?
No, I'm horrible. And I don't know how am I a talent agent if I don't know how to sing? But I like to recognize talent.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Opa. Can you guys hear that? Can the people hear this?
He did the whole production on that, or you helped?
He did everything by himself. And if you later on, you guys can look him up, Gian Music, and you can see the video. He did the whole video by himself. He recorded it, edited it, and wrote the song.
Sounds good.
Let's hear a little while you drink cola.
Súbele.
Cheers.
Súbela.
So he's a guy you have on contract, or will?
We're working on the lawyers for that. But he's the one that I met at a shipping location, and he said, hey, I like to sing. I said, shoot over your material. I saw it. I said, immediately, you're signed.
Nice.
I loved it.
So you listened to this song, or you made this after?
I listened to the first one he's got on there. It was I'm sorry. I listened to this. He sent me both, but I listened to this. The second one was the one that I liked the most. And then since we've been together, he just produced this last one. And
it's a great quality.
Yeah, it's good.
You have to see Meta.
You have to see the video.
It's a proof as well, the quality.
What do you guys think? You like it?
No,
I like it.
I'm not a musician or anything like that, but it's good quality.
Well, I feel like you don't have to be a musician to enjoy good quality music, and that's what happens with me. I didn't go to school for this, but I can recognize talent, and I can recognize who has the humble.
Yeah,
to be an artist.
It's like translating to the soccer world. I was never pro player. I play in Brazil, but not as a pro level. And Kyle has more experience on that. But I can see some kids that is different.
You can recognize
how
talent.
Different it is. He can. You can
recognize talent for sure.
Yeah, we can recognize talent. Mm-hmm. Yes, I like that.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you for that. That was awesome production right there.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. Well, first, I guess my first question is, what's you don't have to say the person's name. I'm just curious. What's the worst one you got that somebody sent in and was like, "Hey, check me out."
Thiago.
No names, right? Well, it don't matter. It won't be the name. But it was just like something bad. It was just like.
Did you listen to the whole thing? You cut it after 5 seconds.
5 seconds. I'm like,
Did you actually answer the person, or?
Yeah, we respectfully replied, "Hey, we have some stuff right now that we're working with. We'll get back with you."
Okay.
Yeah. Respectfully.
Yeah.
But that is equipment. I don't know. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, auto-tune. That can correct even myself. I can be a good singer.
It's also probably something. It was probably also an area that I did not want to be in. Like the guy with the soul music, I really like it, so I'm gonna start excursioning into that area. Yeah. But the one that I told you that I declined, I just didn't want to be in that area of music. I was like, not right now.
Yeah. Yep.
And then my next question is so how many people do you have in total under your agency at this moment?
Two.
So those are 2 guys that you have signed. right? Or going to sign?
We're working on
the
lawyer paperwork for that. It's pretty extensive. But I'll tell you, the other guy is Vallenato. That's my wife is from Colombia, and we love Vallenato. And this guy, he's not a rookie at all. He just needs exposure. And he contacted me for exposure, and I said, okay, I could be your manager. I can be your production person. So we're also got him under contract. We're working on a contract for him. Se me fue el nombre de Jay Bermudez. I'm sorry. Jay Bermudez. You can look him up on YouTube. He's not a rookie. He's been doing this for about 25 years. He actually... ¿Con quién es que escribió con la canción que te gusta? Diablitos. Con los Diablitos, que son very, very famous. So he wrote a song for them. And the Diablitos are very famous, and he sung with them. So he's been doing this for 25 years. But now, as a solo, wants to blow up, and he contacted me for exposure. So we've done 2 concerts for him here in Orlando, both sold out. And we're working on Tampa, New York, and Texas.
So you hosted the concert yourself?
Yep.
Okay,
I'm the investment and the manager, both.
Okay.
So your wife allow you then, huh? Invest in that money.
Oh, she's with me. Yeah, the whole agency. She's with me in everything.
In a car, in events,
everything. She's the vice president of Orlando G Team.
Of course.
Let's give her an applause.
She's the one that.
She's the one that
signed the checks.
Yeah? That's right. That's right. She does other numbers.
Yeah.
So she's the vice president of Orlando Jeep Team, and she's also the vice president in the whole talent thing.
Yeah. So let me ask you, what is the topics?
You guys can hear.
Yeah, I can hear in the background. Opa.
Jay Bermudez. Beautiful.
Vamos que vamos. No entiendo nada. I don't understand anything, but it's a really good beat. So what is the recipe? 2 topics only, like to do a great event. What do you recommend myself, for example, if I want to do a good event? So what is the 2 things that I need to do?
Very easy. 1, it's the quality of what you're giving your audience. And 2, publicity.
Publicity with El Chamo.
Publicidade.
And the quality I'm going to call you to bring the artists here. No, it's good, yeah. Like, if you're going to offer a soccer tournament, you got to bring quality for people.
Yeah, I feel like the success in an event, it goes with those 2 things. Yeah. The quality of what you want to show and publicity, 100%. Do not, and I say this to you guys, everyone out there, don't be cheap on publicity. Publicity will give you success.
Ay, ay, ay.
Wait. There's more. I think there's more to this. What kind of publicity do you recommend?
All of it.
So social
Instagram,
media,
Facebook, radio stations, El Chamo 4x4, paid ad, anything. Even Tiago moves a lot of people, So if Tiago works for you, for example, one day out here there's 600 kids playing, you can say, hey, El Chamo's going to have an event, whatever. You can say that on the speakers. That's also publicity. So I would say all of it. Use all of it.
Yeah.
Oh, use that part that he mentioned my name, please. Okay. No, I mean, it's because we bring quality.
That's right.
Like with Kyle, Meta Media CU, we bring quality for people, and we bring the new. Like, people were not used to have futsal court, for example.
Right.
They are not used to have like a show like we are doing right now. Not just talking about soccer, but about everything. We talk about business. Mm-hmm. Yeah. People that is being succeed. Like, there was a guy last week with $180 million in sales in a year. Like, people like that. And people like to see and hear that.
That's right. Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but it's about time. You have a final question?
I have like 2 more, yeah.
2 more.
So with your talent agency, are you looking to expand into other realms, or you just want to focus on singing? Would you want to get into like acting and performance?
No, I think we would stay with music. Okay. We really enjoy music. We love music, and I think we would stay in that. And then also, we have to, timing is a situation too with, we have so many things with the Jeep team. And then also, doing this whole music stuff. So, yeah, we'll stay with music.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And the next question would be, for me, let's say somebody sends you a clip that you like. What's the next step? What happens next?
So then I would reply, hey, we've received your information. We're going to be studying it and see where we can put you to start your, some type of shows. And then the person could tell me, hey, I'm not ready for a show. For example, John, I have to say, John told me I'm not ready for a stage. This was
why do you think that is?
Last year he told me that. Now he is.
Pressure or what was it?
No, I think that he wanted to get some of his songs out there for people to hear them and stuff before going on a stage. Yeah. But we're talking about, I met him about 2 years ago. And last year he told me he wasn't ready. But now he is. His first contract with Mares. So proud of him, singing for the crowd there at Mares. And he's also going to be at the Willie Gonzalez concert opening for that 600 people. Right. So now he is, So I feel like the steps are that. The steps are let's get you out there. If you're not ready for a stage, we can get you a small stage. And if you're not ready at all, we can start with YouTube. At the end of the day, us as talent agency and managing, we don't charge you anything. We don't want your money. We want to help you. But helping you is also going to give us a benefit when you're big. So that's when the lawyer steps in and says, okay, for YouTube, regalías. I can't get the word in English. Se me olvida.
Regalías.
Las regalías from YouTube. So that's when the lawyer steps in and says, okay, you're going to give Arratia Investments, which is our company, 20% of your regalías.
Whatever you generate.
It's like the profit.
Yeah. The profit from either Spotify, YouTube, all this is on the contract. And the talent agency will get this percentage. But we don't want any money from your pocket. We want to help you.
So once they start making money, then you make money.
That's
with the agreement.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
You just...
Before royalties, that's the word.
You just mentioned Mares. So Arturo from Mares Restaurant, I know you have a great partnership with them.
Yeah. Mares is a big sponsor of all of our events. Saludos, Mares.
Thank you. Saludo, Mares. Done. So, but you have another question?
I do because, I got two friends that might be of interest to you, might not. I don't know. They keep telling me, "Oh, I'm really good. I'm like, I'm not the guy you got to talk to. But now,
awesome.
I know I can send them this way
for sure.
So, let's say one of my friends, his name's Keith, and I say, "Okay, Keith, you got to go to El Chamo, and you like him. So you say, okay, we like you. You're gonna get him like a show or something, and then from there, if you like him more, okay." Contract, is that how that works?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So we would have to study his music, see, and we have to also decide. Me and my wife, we have to decide if this is a genre that we want to get into. Yeah. If it's not the genre we are interested in, we probably will pass. Yeah. But if we like it and we want to do that, then we would tell them, okay, let's get you a couple shows, let's get you out there, but you have to understand you're going to be under a contract with my lawyer for when we put stuff out there. If you do make it and are successful, then that's how we make money. But it takes time. Right, for example, with John, I met him 2 years ago, and barely just now is when I got him a contract.
Right, process.
And it's a process. It's a process.
What is the easiest genre to
for me?
Reggaeton.
The one that we like the most?
Yeah,
vallenato.
The one that sells the most.
Honestly, music sells very equally.
Yeah.
I feel like there's
everybody's got their clique.
Everyone's got every genre has their people.
Yeah.
But for us, Arratia Investments, and the number one that we like the most is vallenato. Colombian music. Jay Bermudez is vallenato.
Okay.
Jan is a romantic pop Latin.
Okay.
Romantic pop Latin. That's our second most favorite. And then our third in the English industry would be like a romantic country area.
Nice.
No rock. Sorry guys, not interested.
No rock.
Don't get
no hip hop.
Maybe a soft hip hop. Yeah. Nothing crazy. No
Lil Wayne, nothing like that.
No. We would pass.
Not to that extreme.
We would
Snoop
pass.
Dogg, Dr. Dre.
I enjoy that music, but I wouldn't be an agent for that.
Yeah.
If a little Snoop Dogg show up.
A little Snoop Dogg. I actually got a couple of those in the email.
So I have a last question. You have a last question?
I got one more after you.
Yep. So after you. My one is to close.
My question then becomes, when you're looking at talent, what in your mind outside of like the way they sing? Is there any other things that you look for? Is it looks, how they look, how they dress? Does that help separate somebody? Does that play a role? Just for somebody that's listening, that maybe somebody checks this and goes,
like
"Oh,
me." So I look
I
like
have an example. Rock star. I have an example. For example, with Jay Bermudez, he has 25 years doing this. But the first day I was going to put him on a stage, I had to dress him.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like what he had. I was like, "You're not going on stage with that." So we went to Sarah and we bought some clothes, and I was like, "That's what I want." So being a manager, it takes a lot. Like
Count as well. Yeah.
She knows. Like you almost like sleep with the guy the night before. Make sure that he wakes up.
Oh my!
You gotta make sure your artist is ready. It happens. Like I took him to the hotel. I'm like, I call you. I call him at 7 a.m. Get up. We got 3 places to do publicity for, and then we have to go buy clothes. I'm like, yeah, you're not going on stage with that. Yeah. And then I bought him clothes, and then stuff. So to answer your question, Kyle, even if you look like a rock star or a bum, but you have your talent, I feel like we can still fix you up.
Figure it out.
We can fix you up to how we want you to look for you to be successful.
Yeah. Probably the normal don't sell.
I do have one more question. So, and that comes down to, because you mentioned it earlier, so I just want you to kind of like elaborate on it. How important is contacts, networking, especially in that industry, really any business that if you want to be successful, and how important is contacts and networking?
Totally. I feel like and it happened to me getting to the point that we are now. If you don't know somebody, you don't have anything. I feel like it's not really what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
And there you go. And with talent, it works the same way. It's like who you know. Like for me, I started at Mojitos doing a Sunday night, and that took me to be next to huge artists. I'm like, I would tell my wife, I'm like, how am I next to this huge artist? Yeah. And I would see his manager and the way he acts. I was like, I want to be a manager. I want to be like him. So definitely who you know.
We were at Mares and you were with somebody. I don't remember his name, right? He's famous.
DJ
Memo. He's he's a very famous Colombian DJ. Yeah. And I would say he's like the grandfather of all the little DJs in Orlando. Oh, nice. Of his genre.
What is his genre?
Yeah. All these little DJs of his genre, he's like the grandfather. Like they look out to him and they're like, like he helped them out.
He's the guy. Yeah.
He's kind of like a manager for them. And that day, we were there because I wanted. So Modest is a big sponsor of all my events. They support me with everything, and I take a lot of talent there to get to know the place, right, and eat and stuff. And I was all day with him because he had just arrived from Medellin, and I said let's do a networking day. Let's just go to all the spots to sponsor me, and let's just drive around and do networking.
Contact all that.
And that's very important. We were all day on Instagram, and it helps. Yeah. It helps networking.
Network is,
and look how awesome and proud of that day that we connected.
Reconnect again.
We reconnected, and
we're here now.
And we're here now. So cheers on that.
Oh,
cheers.
Another cheers.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Polar Beer. We paid that one, but
20 seconds. You got to chug that. Not even 10, 9, 8.
You got 20. You can do it. No, Tiago, you can do it. All right, no.
Clock.
Let's do this. Is Meta ready? Is Meta
you
ready?
And me, we have the same level.
We have the same level.
Of course, you're gonna beat me.
No,
you as well.
Oh shit.
You too. It's a challenge.
The last one is.
We're gonna close this down like this.
Yeah.
You got Meta. You ready with the 20 seconds? Okay. We need 20 seconds to chug.
So we gonna close the show like that?
Oh, you have a question, right?
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's
go
just
ahead.
like a simple question that you can answer.
Go ahead.
Easy. So when you're gonna come back with El Chamo 4x4 at night with the soccer?
It would be an honor to be here again. I never left, but it would be an honor to do another, like Thursday nights, and I would love to play soccer again. I need it.
Let's do it.
That's it.
Vamos. So just to say the last considerations thing again, you can change on the settings and put English or Spanish or Portuguese. Tú puedes cambiar en YouTube si tú quieres mirar. Mirar.
Sí, verlo.
Pero
I have a question.
Español.
When the settings is audio or
caption, la traducción, ¿no?
Okay, los
Entonces
captions.
tú puedes cambiar. Mucha gente no sabe, por eso es que yo hablo. En YouTube ahora tiene autotraducción.
That's awesome.
Entonces tú puedes poner español, portugués.
Sí. Eso está buenísimo.
You can watch this in any language. So I know you're public. You have a lot of Hispanic people as well.
Even though my YouTube's in English, and I do it because this is a worldwide language.
Yeah.
So I do it in English, but that's cool that you could automatically
change
the subtitle.
even the one that you
caption.
did here. Okay, so it's time. It's time to see the big winner.
We're gonna close this.
Thank you so much, Meta Media,
This is gonna be funny.
High Soccer Academy, High Soccer Arena, High Soccer
Soccer
Prospects,
Prospects.
and Mares Restaurant. Thank you so much. Bacho Ice Cream Shop as well. Yes? So how are we gonna do that?
20 seconds on the clock. Chug.
Y vamos que vamos.
There's no way, bro.
Look, Kyle.
No way.
What are you guys doing?
There's no way.
Where are you guys? I don't see you.
Holy shit.
Where are you guys? Oh, what's going on here? Can I get another one? Thiago, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kyle. That was awesome.